He claimed to be worth over $300 million. Some say more. Romanian authorities working from actual documented assets put a very different number on paper, close to $12 million. This fact isn't actually true anymore. The gap between those two numbers is the actual story here, not the cars, not the outrage, not the persona, what's real, what's rented, and what's actually generating money. Let's go through it properly. Number 1. Where this started. Before any of this, Andrew Tate was professionally kickboxer, a 4-time world champion in his weight class, followed by a brief, controversial stint on UK reality television. Neither of those made him rich. Both of them made him recognizable, which turned out to matter a lot more. Number 2. The pivot to provocation. Here's the answer nobody wants to give you straight. Once he moved to social media full-time, the strategy shifted deliberately towards being maximizing provocative statements about women, wealth, and masculinity, engineered specifically to generate reactions, not agreement. Number 3. The platform bans. 9 out of 10 people get this completely wrong. Most people assume getting banned from Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube for hate speech would end an online career. For him, it did the opposite. Each ban became its own news story, generating more attention than the original content ever would have. Number 4. The document that proves the strategy. This is the elephant in the room that nobody points to. This isn't speculation. Internal marketing guidance, later deleted but reported by The Guardian and Business Insiders, instructed affiliates promoting his content on the specific ratio to aim for roughly 60 to 70% fans, 30 to 40% people who hated it. Number 5. Why that ratio is the whole business model. That number tells you everything. Outrage wasn't a side effect of the persona. It was written into the marketing instructions as the actual growth mechanism. Hostile comments and strategy needs exactly the same algorithm engagement as genuine praise. The controversy wasn't incidental. It was the distribution strategy. Number 6. The audience this built. This affects far more people than it should. Tens of millions of followers accumulated, concentrated heavily among young men and teenager boys. A demographic researchers have specifically flagged and vulnerable to exactly this kind of account. Number 7. Why this audience mattered commercially. A large, loyal, emotional engaged audience isn't just attention, it's a customer list waiting for a product. In 2021, that product arrived. Number 8. Hustlers University begins. This is the part everyone skips, and it's the most important part. It started small, a Discord server, a few thousand founding members, course on e-commerce, copyright, and crypto trade, priced around $49 a month. Number 9. The explosive growth. The gap between before and after here is bigger than expected. By early 2022, membership has passed 100,000. That kind of growth that fast doesn't happen through ordinary marketing. It happens because of a mechanism built directly into the platform itself. Number 10. The engine, affiliate commissions. Nobody explains this, so I will. Members earn the commission reported between roughly to 24 to 50%, depending on their type. For every new person they personally recruited, the unstructured method, clip his most inflammatory content, post it everywhere, attach a referral link. This isn't a hack, it's the whole point, and everyone missed it. The controversy wasn't just marketing for him, it was literally the training material members were told to spread to make their own money. Number 11. The rebrand. The platform was shut down in 2022 after payment processor cut ties following his deplatforming and rebuilt almost immediately on independent infrastructure under a new name. The real world. Same campuses, same structure. Rebuilt to survive exactly the kind of bans that had already happened once. Number 12. What it costs today. This number alone should change how you think about it. As of 2026, membership runs at $99.99 a month, roughly double the original price, with reported active memberships above 155,000 people. Number 13. The revenue math. Multiply that out and you get a roughly gross figure, somewhere around $15 million a month. Close to $190 million a year. If that membership counts and pricing are both accurate, that's an estimate built from publicly reported numbers, not an audited company fillings. But even at that half price, it's generally massive subscription business. Number 14. Beyond the subscriptions. The subscriptions platform was never the only product. He also launched his own cryptocurrency tokens, invested in additional business venture, and built a media operation that functions as constant advertisement for everything else. Number 15. How all of it reinforces itself. Here's something that shouldn't make sense, but does. Content generates controversies. Controversies generates audience. Audience becomes affiliates. Affiliate spreads more controversial content to earn commissions. The loop doesn't need new marketing spend. The audience does the marketing and gets paid a small cut for doing it. Number 16. The charges. If you're doing this, you need to stop right now. In December 2022, Tate and his brother were arrested near Bucharest. Romanian prosecutor indicted them along with 2 Romanian women on charges of human trafficking and forming an organized criminal group to sexually exploit women. And there are more things which I don't want to say. Prosecutors LJ what they called the lovebird method, deceiving women into believing they were in genuine relationships, then trafficking and exploiting them. Number 17. Where the case actually stands. This isn't resolved. There is no verdict. A Romanian court ruled in 2024 that the trial could proceed. As of the most recent reporting, judicial restrictions are still being extended against him. Both brothers deny every charges and call it a political conspiracy. Number 18. The part that's very recent. Most people never see this number until it's too late. A bit of time ago, on July 18, 2026, Tate and his brother were arrested again, this time by the US Marshal in Miami after British authorities filed a separate extradition request. The Romanian case hasn't gone away. A UK case is now layered on top of it. Number 19. What he claims he worth. Now here's where the asset question actually gets interesting. Tate himself reportedly claimed a fortune exceeding $300 million, at times calling himself, without evidence, the world's first trillionaire. Number 20. What's actually documented. Here's what's actually true once you strip away the marketing. Romanian authorities, working from actual seized and disclosed assets during the criminal investigation, documented roughly between $12.3 million, in which there were 15 luxurious cars, 14 watches, real estate, cash, stake in 4 companies, and 21 bitcoins. Number 21. The rented cars reporting. This fact isn't actually true anymore. Multiply 2026 reports specifically that some of the Bugattis and Aston Martins featured in his content were rented for filmings, not personally owned. The alpha male fortune may have been staged for the camera. Number 22. The seized assets. And some of what he does own isn't fully in his own use right now anyway. During the Romanian investigation, authorities seized multiple vehicles, properties, and cash. Several of those assets remain tied up in ongoing court proceedings, documented but not necessarily accessible. Number 23. Why the gap exists at all. The data here contradicts almost everything people assume. Nobody outside his own accountants know the true number. What's documented is government verified, but almost certainly incomplete. What's claimed is enormous, but self-reported by someone whose entirely brand depends on looking rich. Number 24. The actual lesson. Here's what on the horizon, and why it matters now. Here's the lesson underneath all of it. For a business built entirely on image and attention, the displayed wealth and the actual wealth can diverge enormously, and often do, specifically because looking rich is the part of how the business generates its next customers. Number 25. The same principle without the flex. This isn't unique to him. It's a pattern worth recognizing anywhere someone's visible lifestyle is also their advertising. It's the same caution behind frugal versus cheap and money mindset on this channel. What someone displays and what someone actually has are frequently 2 very different numbers, and the gap tends to be wildest exactly where the display itself is the product. And there's no tidy up ending here, because the story itself isn't finished. An unresolved trial in Romania, a new arrest and extradition request in the US, a fortune that's somewhere between $12 million, and a claim of hundreds more, depending entirely on who you ask. Drop a comment with what actually surprised you here. The leak marketing document, the rented cars, or new Miami arrest. I read every single one.